Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakadash. Give a double honor to the apostle of this great millstone. Peace and blessings, and Kwam Yasharala. All right. I'm just going to kick it off with this video is about correction. All right. Because let me just give it a quick look up to. Quick one. It say correction. The action or process of correcting someone. Synonyms are rectifying, punishment. All right. So a lot of correction come in the form of chastisement, which is to inflict pain to cause to do better. All right. Well, correction is to get to basically, in the layman's terms, is to get put back on the right path. Correct it, to make you do the correct thing. Right. This is Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoided them. All right, so a lot of times people that stop believing in this truth, or they never start and they get deferred from it, is because what? Outside sources, right? And even brothers in this truth, when we tend to go off, it's due to outside sources, meaning I'm trying to think of the correct word I want to use. Unreal doctrines. All right. We're going to say contrary doctrines. He said, which ye learn and avoid them. So it's people that's going to come to us with these contrary doctrines. They contrary to what? To the scriptures, to the real breakdown of the scriptures. That's what they contrary to. Because if you learn that Adam and Eve wasn't the first people, right? Let's say we learned that in the truth, right? How we learned that they wasn't the first. And then somebody at a different faith come up and say, well, in my belief, those are the first two people. From that point on, you either correcting them or you're going to walk away, because if you stay too long, they just going to try to corrupt you. Not saying that you are going to get corrupted, but 9 times out of 10, you just going to get up out of here, because if they not accepting what you're trying to teach, it's like, what are we talking for? All right. Hebrews 12:11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. All right, so no chastening. All right, which is correction, which it means to inflict pain to correct someone. Chasten. All right. So chastening for the moment, it's not joyous, meaning when you catching your hill, it ain't a fun moment. You ain't in a car accident like, yep, man, the Lord judged my ass. Like, no, you're not going to be talking like that. You're going to be like, God damn, just wrecked the car. This shit going to cost money. You're going to be mad as hell. It say, but grievous, nevertheless, afterward, yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness. All right, so you get corrected on things. For example, you got lustful eyes. You get corrected on that. Now you don't got lustful eyes no more. You're able to control yourself a little better. All right, now you not in danger of committing adultery, because you got the lustful eyes. You damn near already committed adultery. Like Yahweh Shai said, he who have committed adultery with his eyes have already committed adultery in his heart. I believe, roughly paraphrasing. I believe that's like Matthew 12, somewhere around there. But yeah, that's the whole point of getting chastised. For example, carnal chastisement. Your parents, they gave you a whooping when you grew up. They told you don't put your hand in the cookie jar. You thought you was slick. Went in, grabbed 2 of them, left some cookie crumbs on the counter. Now you getting a whooping. But now you was taught not to steal, so by the time you grown, you don't steal, and now you in jail. See, it's because the thing about chastisement is if you don't get it in the beginning, you're going to catch it way worse in the long run, because you're going to get out of hand with it. That's the whole point of chastisement. The Lord chastises. Sometimes the Lord, like I said, you fucking get into a car accident, you got to sit your ass at home and really consider life. You can't go out no more. You can't move how you was moving freely. Now you got to really indulge in the spirit and really indulge in you got to sit back and listen to the Lord now. And, you know, Lord forbid, I hope no brother car crashes, but if it do, Lord willing, it ain't me, it ain't y'all, you know, these niggas, I hope so. But, you know, if it do happen, you got to just sit back and learn and try to examine yourself. Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. All right, so whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge. Why? Because the instruction, we call the Bible the instruction manual of life. All right, that's where you get your instructions from, because knowledge is found in the scriptures. And if you love instruction, you love knowledge. Why? The knowledge is in the scriptures, and the scriptures are instructions on how to live. You say, but he who hateth reproof. So you got reproof and you got rebuke. Rebuke is to be sharply corrected. Reproof is to just be corrected, meaning we can have a simple conversation and you can be reproved. All right, but we're gonna look at this word brutish. It's a resembling a characteristic of a brute. Quick look up. It's a damn. Look at that. A brute or a beast. Basically, you're a beast when you hate, because that's how the beast is. When you look at a beast, like in the field, they don't follow no set rules. They just kind of be wild as fuck. Like they have like instinct, but if a cow got a shit, he'll shit right on top of another cow. You know what I mean? Shit all over all their bodies and shit. And the other cow, like, I don't give a fuck. Go back to eating grass. Like, you know, you don't want to be no beast. And the scriptures call you people beasts too. This is 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. So all scripture is given in inspiration of the Lord. So people say the Bible was written by man, but a nigga will read the newspaper. A nigga will watch the news. A nigga look up America's Most Wanted and go, those are the criminals. And one of those guys are probably already dead. Like, you niggas will believe anything. But here the scripture's telling you that it was inspiration, you know, from the Lord. A lot of times when these prophets would write down, they was in a trance. And the Lord would tell them what to say, what to do, how to act. And they would write it down. Yeah, it was written by man's hands, but it was prescribed through the Lord. The spiritual aspect of the scriptures, it came directly from the Lord. Proverbs 15:32. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he who heareth reproof getteth understanding. It said he that refuseth instruction, so to deny the truth, to deny what real life is or how it's really supposed to be, how the Lord ordained things to be. For example, we supposed to be able to work, come home to your family, not you work and your family come home with you. Women ain't supposed to be working. So when you give somebody that breakdown, they go like, nah, man, I kind of like my wife working. Well, nigga, you just goddamn refuse instruction. Granted, we in Babylon, so most of our wives do work. But the way the Lord set it up was the man was supposed to work. So when you hear that, you're supposed to be like, damn, so that's how life supposed to be. And you go from there. You're supposed to accept it, though. It say, and it's profitable for doctrine. Oh, never mind, slack, that's the wrong verse. It say, Proverbs 15:32, the second part, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. So the person who heareth it, hear the reproof, you know, you listen, you get understanding. Why? Because you understand how the world really supposed to be. You understand how we really supposed to live this life. All right? But with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Give it double honor to the apostle, elders, a great millstone, peace and blessing, and Kwam, Yasharala.